Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, in the previous class, we have started our discussion on the loaders. Now we are going to continue with the SQLite. Okay, am I audible? Can you hear me? Okay. Yes, in the yesterday's class, I said I am going to discuss about the SQLite. See, what is this SQLite is? It's a database. In any web application, if you want to store any data, you require a database, a place where you store a data. If you have developed any web application, then you will have an idea about SQL. Okay, they have given the name called SQLite. Okay, for the database that is already which will be that libraries. It will be come with the Android itself. Okay, whenever you want to develop any application, if you want to store any information, then you can use this SQLite. This is inbuilt. This is inbuilt. That you should remember. And all the libraries, the database engine, everything is inbuilt. This SQL database, how we are going to store is, we are going to store in the form of rows and columns. The interaction, everything it will be in terms of rows and columns. How it is rows and columns, if you are, then also how exactly it is stored is my SQL table employee. If you see any images, see this is how the data gets stored in an this is how the data gets stored. See, there will be a column names, employee ID, employee name, uh, some surname, title, what is the start date, branch salary, who is the supervisor. In this way, this is one simple table which contains employee information. In that way, department information will be there. So many other informations. If you see one more table, I'll show another example which where the student information is stored. See, this is one example of the student table. In the student table, ID is stored, student name, which class he is, what is the mark, and what is the gender. This is another table. In this way, you can store any number of tables. Okay, this is what this SQL. And there is each row. This is called as a row. This is called as a column. Okay, each row there will be a unique ID in this table. What is the unique ID? This is the ID field which uniquely identify. The names can be same, class can be same, marks can be same, gender can be same, but ID cannot be same. That is why one column it should be unique. If I ask this table, the table name is student. Select ID, select column name ID from table name is student where I'm going to add the condition where ID equals to, if I add like that, if I query like that, I'll get only this row 2 max run 3 85 male. I don't get all the values, I'll get only the second row. In that way we are going to query. Okay, this is an example of a student. So this is one example of a student itself. Student ID, age and the height. In that way we are going to store. That is what the rows and columns. We are going to store the data in rows and columns. First, we are going to decide how many tables are required. We'll fix 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 tables. What are the table names? Student table, student department table, placement data, the IA marks information. In that way, we are going to create the tables and then we'll start storing the data. In that way, we are going to store inside the app itself, inside the mobile app. Before you create a tables, there should be a database name. That database name consists of student database. It consists of so many tables, 8 tables, 10 tables, and each table consists of rows and columns. That is the hierarchy. First, top of that, there is a database. If you want to show me the jams, see the what in our college what we are using. In our college, your jams, or you know, right? The jams. That jams data, where exactly it is stored. Here it is PHP myadmin, and inside that the database name is jams. Inside that there are so many databases are there. Inside the database, this is one database. Inside this there are so many tables are there. See where exactly your data is stored. Jams, inside that there are so many tables are there. Jams underscore student. In this student, all your informations are stored. See, student ID 1, admission number, what is the date of admission, USN name, everything gets stored. This is one table. In that way, there are so many tables are there. Now we have got the idea about what is rows and columns. This is the columns, each one is a row. What is the unique ID? Student ID is unique. Okay, student ID is unique. Twinkle, can you hear why you have shown the message that students are waiting?
Sir, someone has told me to tell you that to accept them, so I
Hmm?
have put the chat.
Okay, okay. Mhm. Automatically it is going to allow. Auto admit I have already set. Okay. Hmm.
Okay, sir.
Okay. This is what the database. This is how it looks. The database name is JAMS. Inside that table name is uh, the example I have shown JAMS underscore student. Inside that columns are student ID, date of admission, age. That is what I have just now have shown. See, this is JAMS underscore student is a table. What is the database name is JAMS. Inside that this is a table. Inside that these are the columns. Inside that you have a data. In that way, you can create inside an app itself. Here they have given one example. The table name is word underscore list underscore table. See, this is a column names. Column names is ID word definition. The unique is ID. This can be different or it can be same. Okay. You are going to do this so much of operations. How exactly you are going to get the data? I'll show with the query itself. See, what all the operations you can do on the query is you can insert, delete, update, retrieve. Okay, I'll show with the example now. This is a table. This is a table, right? I'm going to select star from student where I'll select one 18 EC 104 where USN equals. I have taken the Twinkle USN. See, this is the data which I have got. That is called select operation. This is an select operation. That is what the syntax. If you want to select anything, select the column names. See, I have given star. Instead of that, if I directly give the name, I want the name of this USN. Then I'll directly get the name. If I want date of admission with the name comma DOA. If I add, I'll get date of admission. In that way, you are going to give column select. This is a keyword. Select is a keyword. From is a keyword. Table name, this is here in case of this jams underscore student. And from where, what is the column name? Column name is USN. USN equals value. Whether it is clear? Twinkle, it is clear? Twinkle, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Twinkle, Twinkle, are you there? Okay. Okay. This is how we are going to interact with the database. Whatever the data it is going to result, whatever the data which is going to result, that you can order it, sort it, whether it is by ascending or descending, you can sort. And also, if it results 1,000 results, if it is going to return, you can limit it. Only I want last 5 results. I want the first 5 results, that you can limit using this condition. Whenever you add the one by one conditions, USN equals this, and some gender equals female. In that way, I have to give. Okay, the conditions you are going to add is the format we have given. Yes, F or G. Okay, and you have to use the condition. It is going to add USN and the gender. Okay, another option you have is OR. This is what the syntax. If you want to sort it ascending, order by ascending, or order by descending, you can give DESC. This is a sample queries. These things you can try it in this website. Which website? In this website, here W3 Schools SQL. Here you can click on try it yourself, and you can learn the SQL. Okay. These things you can practice. See, this is the link. I'll share the link. Those who want to learn, they can learn it from here. W3 Schools. The database already the data is ready. You have to just enter the queries and you can see the result. Okay. These things you can try. Select star, select column names from table name, where some condition, see the condition, ID is greater than 2. Then it will select greater than 2 means 3. Okay. That is what the sample example they have given. See, this limit. The limit, if you give, what it is going to use? The last result or the last 2 results it is going to display. That limit condition you have to add it to the SQL itself. Okay, whenever it returns the result, see from here in the SQL, it will return the results like this. But in the program, whenever it returns, you have to parse through it. You have to get one by one. See, if this is a query I have written in the program, it will give me the results in an array, name, Twinkle, and the date of admission. Then I have to parse through that array. I have to go through that array and take one by one value. See, if I remove the condition, I'll remove the condition USN and I'll run. Now, see, it will give me the names, and if it returns this many results, how many results? 1427, 1427. Then I have to pass through each name and date of admission from the array. From the array, I have to take both the values. Whenever I want to take both the values, I want an object that is called as this cursor object. Using this cursor object, you are going to iterate through the result. You are going to iterate through the result, then get one by one, and then whatever you want, you are going to do with the data. After that, you are going to close the cursor. This cursor is an object. For what purpose we use it? We are going to use the cursor for iterate through the result. Which is the result? This is the result. If I run this query, this will be the result. 1500 students I have to iterate those many times, and I am going to get these names and DOA with the help of this cursor object. Then extract the data, and if you want to print, you print it. Once you're done with that data, finally close this cursor object. That will be released to the memory. That is the use of this cursor. I think it is clear now what is SQL and what is this cursor. Only two things you have to learn from this chapter, that is what is an SQL, what is SQLite. This SQLite, it is inbuilt in the Android. This is inbuilt in the Android. This exactly works as the SQL database. Everything gets stored in the form of rows and columns. The example is this rows and columns. Okay. Whatever the operations you can do with this is you can do insert. For insert, there is a query. For insert, there is a query delete, update, and select. Retrieve rows means select. If you want to see the syntax of uh, update, okay, this is a sample query syntax of an update query. What about delete? The delete syntax is this delete from table name where condition. What about insert? Insert syntax is this insert into table name values. Okay? This is an example of an insert query. Insert into table name. These are the column names. These are the values. If you want to delete, this is a table. Delete from customer from this table where customer name equals this. Customer name equals this. The row gets deleted. See, only 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. Update. In this update, this is the data. What I'm going to update is for customer ID 1, I'll change the name and city. Customer ID 1, I'll change the name. See, this is the name. After updating this, the Alfred Sutter Steve will be changed to contact name will be changed to Alfred. See, Maria Anders was there. Now it gets changed to Alfred. And also city is getting changed. Frankfurt. Before that, it was Berlin. This is an update query. This is an example of update query. If you want to learn an SQL in detail, you can go to this w3school.sql. All the SQL queries are there here. One by one, you can practice it. Only these things you have to remember. What is an SQL and what is this cursor? It is programmatically, if you want to parse through the data, you require this cursor object. There we have given some information about SQL, that's all. The in detail about the SQLite database that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, what is this SQLite? SQLite, it's a database. From outside, whenever we start using it, as a software, if you use, you will use like this you are going to use. It is a separate software. But inside the Android app, if you use, everything should be a program. Everything should be a program, right? You have to write the functions. All those functions, how we are going to write? For that, you are going to use this cursor object that I am going to show with this example itself. See here, there is an object called DB. This DB is a database where there is a function called .raw query. Inside the raw query, you are going to pass the query. Raw query is nothing but this query. Raw query is nothing but select a name DOA from jams underscore student where gender equals F. This is a raw query that you have to pass it here. db.raw query. That will give you the cursor object. Then using this cursor object, you will get one by one row. Then what you are going to do inside this, if you want to print, you can print. Finally, what you have to do, you have to close that object. This is how simple operations you are going to do. Raw query, you have to pass it here. db.raw query, within the double quotes, you have to write this query. Select name DOA from jams underscore student where gender equals F. It will return you the cursor. Move to next means one after the other. First row. After that, next row. Next row. If here the result is 1427, then this while loop will execute 1427 times. After that, finally, it is going to come, it will close. That is how using the cursor, we are going to process. Okay, we are going to process. Okay, 1 minute. I'm going to come 1 minute. Okay, see, this is how you are going to run with the raw query. You have another way of executing the queries. This is one way, directly by passing the raw query itself. The another way is there is a functions. There are so many functions are there. See here like this. db.insert. db.insert. Then inside that you are going to pass the values. In order to pass, yeah, don't worry about this object. We should learn the queries. See now, instead of using the raw queries is like this. Instead of using this raw queries, already the Google has given you the functions. For each update, they have given you the function. For insert, they have given you the function like this. You have to pass the parameters for that. What are the parameters for the insert? You have to give table name. To the database, I'm going to insert that this table. To this table, I'm going to pass two parameters. Okay. The values. What is this second parameter? The values. It contains keyword. What are the values you are going to store? Android, key definition, mobile operating system. See, keyword, key underscore word, key underscore definition. These are the two columns, and these values it gets stored into this table. This table this table. This one instance of content values, this is an object, a class. This one instance of the class value represents one row at a table. Then, if you want to store like this student name and DOA, we should create content values, values dot put. What will be the keyword? Name. Then next put date of admission DOA. Then you have to give the date of admission. Here you have to give the name. And if you pass it, second is an optional argument. The third one value if you pass, one row gets inserted into this table. 1427 will become 1428. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1427 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಲೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಜಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಮು ಡೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಮು ಮತ್ತೆ ಡೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ತರ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆರಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟು ಜಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ನೇಮ್. In this way of writing, it is not required. Programmatically, raw query is not required. Inbuilt functions you can use. bb.insert. For that, how we are going to do with the detailed example we are going to see here. SQLite open helper class is there. SQLite open helper class is there. If you use that, if you extend that, so many functionalities which are inbuilt that can be used in your program. ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬರೀತಿರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬರ್ದಿರೋ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯಾರಿದು ಗೂಗಲ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಯು ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್. ದೆನ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಅದರದ್ದು ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ಇದು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲದೂ ಈ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. See how you can use. These are the variables. Don't worry, these are the variables. What is the database name? All those things we have just assigned. Okay. Define the query for creating database. See now how we are going to create. On create SQLite database. See, if you want to write this function at to override public void on create, this is a function which is already been there in the parent class. Which is the parent class? Just now I have shown this SQLite open helper. If you add that, you can override these functions. What is the first step? First step is you have to create a database. This creates a database. After that, you have to create the tables. Then you should start adding the data. Execute SQL. See, there is an SQL query here. There is an SQL query. There is an SQL query. db.execute SQL is an inbuilt function. If you pass this string, the table is going to create. Okay. Now, if you want to upgrade some information related to the table, you have a functions on upgrade. What the functions it contains is on create is there, on create is there, on upgrade is there. What is the upgrade function will do? Why we have to write this function? This is a class which is already been there inside the SQLite open helper. This is not your custom function. The body of that function that you are going to write, it is going to overwrite. Okay, overwrite with the existing one. Some table you are going to delete. Since you are going to interact on the database itself, you are going to use this function on upgrade SQLite. What is the older version, newer version? You are going to execute the query drop table if exists this table. If you write this query, then this table gets deleted. That entire table gets deleted. Any operations if you want to do, you have other three helper classes on downgrade, on configure. All these things it is going to affect on the database itself, not particularly on the table. If you are going to operate on this table itself, database itself. See, this is one JAMS is one database. It consists of so many hundreds of tables are there. If you want to do operation on this database itself, JAMS, okay, then you can use this function on create, on upgrade, on downgrade, on configure, on open. These five functions you can use it. Next, we'll discuss the database operations. Okay, which are the database operations? Query, insert, delete, and update. That we just now have shown. This method you have seen just by directly passing the raw queries. The another way of querying is you have to use the inbuilt functions. See how we are going to run the uh, once again they are going to show you the raw queries itself. See, select star from table, sorting and limiting the results, whether you want one result or last two results. This query we are going to directly pass to the raw query. Then with the help of the cursor object, we'll get one by one. We are just iterating through the result. Okay. How to insert? Insert function. The function name is insert. What are the parameters? Table, null column, last content values. In this way, you can store the data. See how you will exactly store the data to this table jamsdb.insert jams underscore student null, and then values. What the third will contains? Third value, the third argument will always contains the exact values. To fill the rows, to fill these values, name, date of admission, everything you store it inside these values, which is an content values, and then you pass it. Once if you execute this line, one row get inserted. If you execute this 100 times, 100 row gets stored. One more function, the next function is delete. Table name, where clause. What is the syntax of the delete? The delete syntax is this: delete from table name where. This table name is the first parameter. Where clause condition ID equals 3. Customer name equals something. That row could be deleted. That you have to pass it second. And what is the argument? The third one. The column names you are going to write it here. The exact values. Key ID equals question mark you are going to write for the where clause. What should come here? That you have to pass at the third argument. Second argument is column names. The third is the exact values. In the same way, update. You have a same syntax. What is a table? What are the values you have to update? What is the where clause? Means which are the columns. I'll show with the example. Update. See here. Update table name. This is the one table name. What are the values you have to update? Contact name equals John. Some address equals something. City equals postal code. Everything. Whatever which is there in the set, that you should store it in these values. Where clause. Where country equals Mexico. Country equals question mark we are going to write. That should be in the where clause. For that question mark, Mexico should come. That will be stored in the string array. This is one example. of update query. Okay, if everything, all the data you have done, you want just the count. See, in this database I have got the count here 1427. Programmatically, if you want, there is a function called count that will return you the integer variable, then you can print it dot count. Okay, the overall you can understand with this figure. Open helper class, this is a database, and everything gets displayed in the recycler view. You know already about the recycler view. Okay, don't worry about backing up the database. And this is how we are going to interact with the SQLite. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about the shared preferences. It's all about the SQLite. In the next class we will discuss about the shared preferences. Okay, you can send your attendance and you can exit. Thank you.